Alright, this is Rimworld. It is a kind of survival colony sim. I've been following this game for about 6-7 months now, and this is the latest update. It came out on the 15th of December, as it says up in the top corner of the screen, and it's by Ludian Studios. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. So basically the idea is you're a bunch of guys on a spaceship, and you crashed, and you've got to make the best of what is obviously a crap situation. So I've created a world already, so I don't need to do that. No, whatever, let's do it. So you give it a random seed, you say generate world, and we end up with this. So we've got a bit of desert, tundra. I'm not sure if tundra is currently implemented. There's a few of these biomes that aren't implemented. Got what is it called? Temperate forest biome is the light green. Tropical rainforest, as you can see up here, is the dark green. Arid shrubland is the dark brown, and desert is the light brown. So this is boreal forest, which actually might have just been implemented. And that is ice sheet, and you can't grow nothing ever. Okay, so let's not do that. So actually, yeah, we've just noticed here we've got growing period, which is new. So let's pick something similar to the island. April to September, maybe? It's definitely not year round. Yeah, let's do this, and we are not flat, but we're not small hills, there we go. And we get 2.1 metres of rainfall a year, which is probably way less. Oh, and 350 metres. Okay, cool. So we're going to say down here is where we're going to create our colony. So we go new colony. This is the AI storyteller. Basically the purpose of this is it scripts like the events that happen. I usually prefer playing on Phoebe base builder. I'm not sure how to spell. Is it Phoebe or Phoebe? I'm sure I'm insulting someone. Oh, excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. Classic Cassandra is the general kind of, it ramps up slowly. And we're going to go on challenge, which is normal difficulty basically. You know, like builder mode, basically what these do is, you can see there it's like 5% of the challenge mode. Rough is 60%. Challenge is 100%, then you get extreme challenge, which is 160% of the challenge. And that's the challenge is how frequently things go wrong, things go right, all that sort of stuff. So let's just leave it on normal and go next. Right, these are the planets, and I think these are ones that I've made in previous versions of the game. Anyway, so Rigel Heximus is the one we just created. And we were going to go down here in small hills. Temperate forest, small hills. I guess at one point it was a temperate forest. I don't think we have much of that anymore in England. What does advanced do? Oh, that shows the map size. Yep, okay, let's leave that on default. Select site. Right, so who are our victims going to be? This is where we see who ends up landing, surviving the crash. So we have Evgeny Slick, who is 29, grew up underneath a toxic world and knows lots about plants. So we've got high growing, high medicine, reasonably high melee even. His traits are he's too smart and he's brawler, which means he can't use ranged weapons. Or he can, but he gets really depressed. Isda Clerk, maybe. Oh, I'm an idiot. He's called Isda and he is a clerk. Isda grew up in a complex deep beneath the surface of an inhospitable world. He worked with other children tending the tribe's fungus crops. That sounds delightful. Isda worked as a low-ranking administrator for a moribund government bureaucracy. He is most of the time filling out complicated paperwork and playing office politics. So we get A negative to construction, but a plus to research and social, which are quite useful skills. And he is an optimist and a green thumb, so we've got 2 good growers. The little flame icons are how much they enjoy doing something, and they'll level up faster if they're doing something. Having someone that's good at cooking is actually quite useful. So having someone who's not particularly good at cooking but really, really happy cooking is probably a good combination. And we've got Aiden Toole Green, who is a Luddite. Awesome. Medieval lordling. Tew was a minor noble in an old kingdom on a medieval world. He grew up as a... I can't talk. What am I doing? He grew up in a manor made of stone, served by bowing lower classmen. Such a life teaches no technical skills, and he instills a lifelong aversion to manual labour. But Tuel learned early the ways of social manipulation. Great, so we've got less construction, less growing, and less mining, although I think we've got pretty good on the other 2 characters of that. And we've got +4 social, which is probably quite useful. Right, so, and then in adulthood, when the majority of people on his world chose to give up their individuality and biological humanity to join together in an online hive mind, which I can only presume as a medieval lordling was powered by turnips, Chul joined a rebel faction that chose to forsake most technology. I mean, he was already pretty much ahead, if you know. They just about had like the wheel and wagons and stuff, I presume. Cool. So it seems that these don't actually rely on each other. So he gets some of his construction back, some of his mining back, and some of his melee back. But he can't research and he can't craft things. I don't know yet whether crafting has been brought into the game. And he gets a burning passion for social. So this is our guy for convincing people. Right. So we've got 3 guys, right? Awesome. Sausage Fest. Let's go. Start. Right. Let's generate some maps. Generate the map. Generate the map. This is where my laptop explodes. I'm playing on my Lenovo T410, which is obviously the greatest